I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
I don't know how to stop. I just go till I drop. Whether it's working or shots, give it all that I got. You can watch me work in my element. Anyone in the way is irrelevant. You wanna cross me, cool, not intelligent. Cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready. I got a hand real steady. Look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy. I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny.
You call me a god. 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 You call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I can't wake nobody up. I'm here to unplug.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. God bless.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We're going to talk about it. But first, let me get into the chat. And Ty, what up, Nine? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Bug Files, brother, what up? Brother and sister, Miss Bug Files. It's probably Miss Bug Files, bro, be shellacking. But, yeah, what up, man? We're going to talk about these narcissists, right? I got a couple other shows on narcissism. Go check them out. One of them is on the community wall. So those were the prep shows for this conversation. Now we're going to talk about how to handle, how do you handle a narcissist? How do you deal with a narcissist, right? My biz ad. I forgot I'm on camera now. Let me turn the camera off for a minute. But I'm going to cook. But, so how do you deal with a narcissist? First, you gotta identify it, right? Because People will have narcissistic behavior or tendencies, right? Better term, narcissistic tendencies, but they won't be a narcissist. We all have narcissistic tendencies, if you want to believe it or not. These It's the consistency, it's the behavior. People, you can, in certain circumstances, you may do this, you may do that, but that's not your normal behavior. And that's not your normal behavior. That's more of a reflex or a defense mechanism, right? So we all got the tendencies, right? Um, but it's the consistency, it's the behavior, it's the nature of a person, right? So first things first, you got to identify that, and you got to understand its levels of narcissism. Like if you look it up, you can find 3 to 7, possibly 8 um, different forms of narcissism, right? So I'm talking about diagnosis, not the word saying, oh, it's a different type. No, it's actual diagnosis, right? So you got to understand it. And just for this conversation purposes, Bronze, what up, my brother? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Bronze. But for this conversation purpose, we go use the 2 most common forms, right? And when I say common, you know, these associate to other forms anyway, right? It's just in higher or lesser degree. So the first one is the grandioso, right? How do you identify the grandioso personality to know how to deal with the grandioso personality? Well, those are what they call the overt, right? It's the overt personality. It's the outward personality, the brash, um, the in your face, the uh, unapologetic, like F you, that's that, personality. And usually those people, E, what up, though? Appreciate you, E, appreciate you. And usually with those people, right, with those, the brash ones, um, this is the thing too. And you can look this up in the psychology manual or whatever. But when they normally diagnose narcissism, or common thread they see in narcissistic people is they're insecure. They lack confidence. It don't seem like it because they project it, but is that really confidence? It's not. People use fear tactics. People use manipulation tactics. It's not really confidence. But these people are really the realest one is in the building. What up, my ninja, my ninja? Appreciate you, bro. But them the grandiosos, they need validation. They need the spotlight on them, right? Um, they don't think they wrong even when they wrong. They try to prove they ain't wrong. You know, it's never like, okay, yeah, my bad. Nah, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. That's the personality. How do you deal with people like that? You have to set is let me tell you this, right? To deal with a narcissist in general, there's 2 tools you should have, right? Confidence and self-esteem. If you're lacking any one of those, you're gonna have a rough time dealing with a narcissist. You'll have a tough time. So confidence and self-esteem should be developed, So those 2 tools you got. But if you got them, what you want to do is set firm boundaries, right? I'm gonna give you a passive way, and I'm gonna give you an aggressive way. But yeah, you definitely have to set firm boundaries when you're dealing, especially with these grandioso narcissists, like the aggressive. That's what I call them. You can say overt. You can use, grandioso. I say the aggressive now because the behavior is more aggressive. So how do you put a fire out? You don't sprinkle water on it. You pour it on it. You dump it on it. You drown it. That's how you put a fire out. So that's what your boundaries have to be. Look, go over there and play with them, not me. You have a nice day. And keep it moving. But you definitely have to have um, firm and strong boundaries, because if you don't, they go run all over you. They go run all over you, and once they go over you, it is what it is. They go think they can do that anytime. So it's setting firm boundaries, and even with the grandiosos, this is the thing. Usually with people, uh, and this is just in general, um, people do like to dominate and conquer people, but most people ain't gonna go against someone who they think is just as stronger or even stronger. They usually people like easy targets. People like weakness is easy. But I'm not saying like with the narcissist, like with the psychopath, it'll be different. And that's why it's important to understand what you're dealing with, because they all have similarities, but they different. And it's the intention. You gotta look at the attention. Like psychopaths and narcissists, they have similar tendencies, but the biggest difference is the narcissist is insecure. The psychopath don't give a flying fuck. They don't care. The psychopath does not care. Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee. What up, Dee Dee? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. But yeah, so setting firm boundaries, establishing your position and letting them know where you stand in that position. And usually, they look for other people, especially if you talk about like in the, I don't know, in the work environment, sometimes they want to break you because there's no real consequence for them. But then you let them know you got to step outside. That's what I had to do, literally. Yeah, psychopaths don't care, bro. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. Psychopaths does not care. But that yeah, just setting firm boundaries. And then this is the thing too about narcissists. Like I said, they right when they wrong, right? So a lot of times that's how you put them in their place. You just show them a mirror. You show them a mirror. This is what you're doing. And that makes it undeniable. Sometimes, and really to do that, to show someone what they're doing, you don't have to be angry. You don't have to yell. You ain't got to be aggressive. You ain't got to be ready to fight. No, you ain't got to do none of that. You just got to understand how they perceive things. Because what happens is no one who's insecure wants to be exposed as insecure, especially somebody who trying. A lot of narcissists are alphas. Are alpha males. Alpha females. These are the alpha people. They want to dominate and hump on everybody's leg and stuff like that. So once you show them like, nah, puppy, you can't hump on my leg, they usually fall back and they go find another leg to hump on. They're the puppies. The Psychopath, a very interesting show. Well, I'm gonna do all three, and then I'm gonna do the Dark Triad again. I'm gonna delineate because I got some more information on the Dark Triad from my own personal observations. I'm gonna write a book one day about YouTube experiences, but yeah, showing them a mirror, showing them exactly what they're doing. A lot of times I outline people like I said, I read them. I read them like, this is why you doing it. It's not my fault. I understand. That's why I ain't mad at you. But now you can go fix it. Go play with somebody else. I mean, you can push them like that. It ain't even nothing malicious against their part, on your part to them. It's just telling them what it is. Half of the time when people mad at you in life, this is what I learned. Yeah, they're upset at you, but a lot of times it's the energy is not really for you. Like growing up in the hood, it's like the smallest things used to make people snap. You step on somebody's shoe, they want to shoot you. They want to pop you for stepping on their shoe. You looking at me crazy? Why you staring me down? Why everybody just so aggressive and ready to, go. Everybody just ready to go. That's why, like I grew up in the D, so it wasn't no holding doors. If you held a door open for someone, they probably thought you was trying to get behind them and get them. That's how fucked up it is. You hold the door open for someone, and I'm telling you this because it's stories where that happened. A dude held the door open, and when the guy went through, he got him. And see, man, that's a whole nother conversation. We had that conversation on Pettyville. Yeah, we had that on Pettyville. You can actually write a book based on YouTube. Yeah, you can. You can, bro. Because like I said, on YouTube, like in real life, you're in an environment, right? You're in an environment. And in that environment is a nature or what's natural to that environment. So you're used to being around, even if it's like 7, 8 different types of personalities. That's what you're used to. That's what you're accustomed to. But on YouTube is different because these people from all different types of environment, all jumbled up. That's why I be listening. Like, do you understand? Do you know why justice is blind? Do y'all know why justice is blind? Because justice looks different for everyone. And if you got one symbol representing everyone, it has to be blind and just be justice. It doesn't look any type of way because it looks different for everyone. That's why it's blind. So that being said, understand that our perceptions, because of where we come from, our experience, it's always gonna be different. I will handle something different than Rillis. Rillis will handle something different from Didi. Didi will handle something different from Anti. That's just how it is. That's how it works. So I can't use my moral compass and judge Rillis. I can, but guess what? He gonna come up short because his experience in life has molded him differently. Yeah, we might have a lot of similarities, but we're gonna have a lot of differences too. How we would handle different situations. Everybody want everything to be the same to make them feel comfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable because it'll never be that way. Because it's not that way. That's not natural for everything to be the damn same. We have all the same goddamn trees and animals and insects. It's same thing. If it was supposed to be that way, it's not. Everything in life and nature has variety for a reason. With each variety within nature gives you numerous opportunities or possibilities on how to use it or how it affects the ecosystem. Just a different variety. Every plant does something different. Some plants are heal, some plants are kill. You know what I'm saying? That's how humans are. We're no different from nature. We're no different. So that's the grandioso, right? That's the first narcissist we talked about. Now the second one is what they consider a covert, right? Covert narcissist. I call it passive narcissist, right? These are the people who play like victim. These are the people who it's always someone else's fault, no matter what. These are the people who do the passive gaslighting. You know, do you know the common ideology or concept of gaslighting is for one to make another feel like they're wrong, right? So if realist was to say, man, what you just said, that was messed up, man. That hurt my feelings. And I'm like, oh, nah, bro, you just too sensitive. That's gaslighting. Me telling another person how they supposed to feel, how they should feel, how they should think. And it's intentionally, is I'm trying to confuse him. I'm trying to make him feel like he's wrong, even though he's right. I'm trying to make him feel like he's wrong. That's the ideology of gaslighting. Is basically to confuse a person, to make a person doubt themselves. So even doing that, right? There's many different ways you can do that. That looks different ways. Some of it is aggressive, some of it is passive. But with the covert narcissist, is always passive. They try to put doubt in you. They make you doubt yourself. Like, damn, was I right or was I tripping? You know, they try to make you feel bad for being you. And these people need attention too. But they have more, not the alpha personality, but they have more of a beta personality. They have more of a beta personality. These are the people who will do stuff for recognition, and when they don't get it, they get upset. Bro, I remember because when I worked at the hospital, when I got to the OR, every year we used to do Focus Hope for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So one year, I had asked my boy if he wanted to go, and this was like right before I left the hospital. I think this was the last one I did before I left the hospital. And he was like, yeah, and he was recording and he uploaded videos to Facebook and something else. I can't remember the other app he was using. But he got mad because no one liked it. He like, I'm out here feeding people and people ignorant like that. They can't even like a post. Like, like, is it that serious, bro? They probably ain't like it because they knew. Yeah, that passive way of gaslighting. Oh, it's aggressive ways too. It's aggressive ways of gaslighting. Like I said, I mean, is what you do. You know, it's like somebody taking $20 out your hand and then convincing you they didn't take it. And you just sit up there and watch them. Then you like, damn, maybe I was tripping. Like, oh man. Like I said, people like think about this, man. At the end of the day, life is about self-preservation, right? It's about us living, us being, us existing, right? So how somebody go be mad at you for being you when they don't have to walk an inch in your shoes, let alone a mile? You don't have to endure what I have to on a daily basis. This is why I don't judge people, man. I mean, this is one of the reasons. There's many reasons why I don't judge, but this is one of the main ones. Like even the bum on the street, right? I don't judge. I treat them just like I treat a celebrity if I meet them. Same way, I'm gonna give them the same dignity and respect because that's just what's in me. So that's what's gonna come out of me. I respect myself and I dignify myself. So that's what's gonna come out of me, what's in me, right? So, hold on. Hello, hello. Don't give me that high, baby. I'm doing my show. What are you doing? I'm happy I don't have you on speaker right now. No, we married, but I mean, you just can't say stuff like that. Hold on, my wife is a nut. Yeah, you just trying to butter me up for ice cream. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm about to bring the cone and the ice cream. You want me to bring the? Do you want me to bring the cone? And I ain't sculpting no ice cream cone. What do I look like? What y'all can hear? What you do? Oh man, she tried to butter me up, bro, just to bring her some ice cream. I'm about to take her the cone and the tub of ice cream. Like, get it yourself. Yeah, I forgot where I was at. Yeah, my wife is a nut, man. But this is why we perfect together. Cause she crazy, I'm crazy. We all crazy. Got some crazy kids. They be running around being crazy. Just a big old happy crazy family. I love it, man. I love it. I love it, bro. Oh yeah, I might have to get it in a second. It makes me feel weird to even attempt to judge. Yeah, man, because we was talking about judging. Because it's like people have to do what they have to do. You know, I can sit there and say you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. It's some things you shouldn't do, right? I don't think we should hurt one another intentionally, right? Man, woman, child, nobody should be trying to, hurt another person. I mean, if you're defending yourself, that's one thing, but like some people, like me, okay, it's celebrities, right? I'm like, okay, I don't rock with them. I don't think they just like fucked up people. I don't know them. That shit weird to me. Oh, well, they did this. Man, everything you see on TV is literally called television programming. If you don't understand that, then I'm sorry for you. They tell you everything. It's right in front of you. It's programming. Everything is scripted. Once y'all found out them reality shows wasn't real, once y'all found out wrestling wasn't real, it should have told you everything on TV is programmed. Those are the things that just, came out and exposed. Because everybody thought wrestling was real. At one point, everybody did. It's like Santa Claus. But people still watch it. They still watch it. It's like a soap opera. But people will do what they have to do to survive. People will do what they have to do to thrive. Right? So me personally, I just get around people who like-minded and like-hearted. Think and feel. You do that, then I'm amongst a tribe of people that's similar to me. So we're gonna have differences and stuff, but we'll be able to agree to disagree. And if I just don't see why people can't let people be them. Just be them. Be who you are. Just be consistent in who you are. Just be consistent. That's what I'm saying, bro. You couldn't tell nobody wrestling wasn't real. Hold on, bro. What? Okay, I'm on. Give me 1 second. Let me get.
I've come to interrupt your natural pattern of thinking, your natural pattern of being, your natural pattern of thinking. I come to interrupt that, to shake that up and say, hey, we're not looking for happiness, baby. We're looking for joy. Again, joy is internal and connected to living a more authentic life. If we were to wait for something on the outside of us every single time to have happiness, we would not be happy. We would hardly ever be happy because we would have to wait for a happening to trigger that emotion, right? When you have joy, it doesn't matter what is going on in the outside of you. It doesn't matter what may be going on around you. It does not matter. You are still still have joy. Something that you innately, intrinsically have joy.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Oh, it's still playing.
I was about
My
to
bad.
say, what's the music? I thought it was my music on my end.
I had to get some ice cream for the wife. Commander, what up,
Really?
though? Yeah, she made me get her
With a
some
with
ice
a
cream.
Reese's?
It was the cookie dough, the chocolate chip cookie dough.
Mm-hmm.
She don't be playing. Man, I'm happy I took her off speaker and put her in my Bluetooth. I didn't even know I had my Bluetooth in my ear, and I'm happy I did because she don't be caring. She just say whatever she want to say in front of whoever, and she like, so what? We married. I'm like, you just can't do that though.
Embarrassing. Embarrass your ass, huh?
I won't be embarrassed. I'll be like, damn, you got it like that? Like I got it like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's like that then. What I
I'm trying to.
miss?
I was just talking about the different ways to handle narcissism, and I talked about the grandioso, and I'm currently speaking on the covert narcissist, like the more passive one. And I was talking about like passive ways of gaslighting, and then I don't know what I was talking about before she called. I had to go back. I know me and Realist was nine in the building,
Chopping it up.
nine in the building.
Hey, Commander.
Yeah. Realist, I forgot where I was at on that point. The last point I made. I forgot the last point.
What's up, Anti?
I know we was talking about like not judging people. But so I was saying it's important to identify, not only identify are you dealing with a narcissist, because some people just have narcissistic tendencies, which we all do. I
Okay, so
mean,
let me ask you this. I'm sorry, go
mhm.
ahead.
No, oh no, go ahead.
So what about, because I can't stand, what about people who can't admit when they're wrong? Is that a narcissist?
Yeah, I was just talking about that. Even when they wrong, they right. And
They're right.
it's levels to that too.
So you
Because you
have so basically, it's an excuse for when someone call you out. It's an excuse of why you did what you did. Like what make now? Let me ask you this: if it's wrong, do you feel like even the other person can feel like, no, I'm actually right, or with that, like,
and see this is just observation, right? Like um you like it can be five of us in a room and one of us do something and the rest of the four like that was wrong, but they feel it wasn't. And I think the key is understanding why they feel that way because that can be a tendency, that can be a reflex because what they did might be common in their experience. What they did might be because of a stimulant, something triggered them. You know what I'm saying? And the only time they do it is when they trigger. But if I haven't observed that, I just see them doing it this one time. You see what I'm saying? So
right? But what happened if it's just you and the other person, nobody else, no, and you literally just having a conversation with them, and you like, you know what? This
me
was
pers-
wrong how you did, da 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 da, huh?
me personally, once I see a person ain't receptive to what I'm saying, then the conversation is over. Not you don't have to do it rudely, but I mean, why talk if ain't nobody listening? I'm just wasting. Like if it's, I
No,
tell
but
people, I know what you're saying. Like it's no convincing someone anything. You can't people. You it's people like people are convinced God wrote the Bible, and you can show them where man wrote the Bible, and they will still argue God wrote the Bible, even though people who know the Bible say no. We understand it's inspired by God, written by man, but it's some people who will argue to death that God wrote the Bible. They will probably say God came down in the human flesh to write. They start making shit up like that. So it's no once someone is me personally, I just believe in because it's just I have to see data literally, just my own personal experience. There's no getting through to some people, and once I identify that, once I see, no matter what, they go justify or make an excuse, I just let them have it.
right at that point, yeah, you let them have it. But so basically, because what I was just saying is like, for an example, say the person said, and this is gonna be something simple or easy, like something dumb, but say you say, hey, um, call me when you get home, and then they never call, and then you get on the phone with them, and you like, well, I thought you said you was gonna call me, and they was like, oh, I ended up doing this, or whatever, like I got busy, and then I'm like, okay, but you said you was gonna call me, you know? Oh, well, they keep giving like they little excuse or
They
whatever.
keep it's
Right.
but
So that
see,
would be like a narcissist. Would that
I
be considered
wouldn't.
a narcissist?
I would say if the behavior is consistent and the intent, like to actually diagnose someone as a narcissist
It has to be
is
medical.
yeah, it's three out of you have to have I think they say three out of eight or three out of five um consistencies. Right? Meaning this is part of your behavior.
Like you do this all the time. So
Like,
this
yeah,
first
this is just
time,
you.
several times, every time I call you out on something, you always like, oh, you got an excuse for it. You ain't never said, you know what, you right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Lack of accountability is one of the it's one of those. Well, I'm not gonna say lack of accountability. A lack of empathy, like not being empathetic to someone else, is one of the um, traits of a narcissist. But
Cause
even
no,
that,
they can't never see the other person's point of view.
there's no point of looking at the other person's point of view.
Cause they right. Because it's
Is
me. It's all about
but see,
me.
is
It's
lack
not
of
about you,
empathy,
right?
right? Is lack of empathy. Is no point of looking at the other person's view. You know, that's lack of empathy right there. It's like to be empathetic is to understand a
Isn't that a
person.
psycho?
No, no, I
Oh.
wouldn't, because look, because this is the thing. Um, arrogance, yeah, arrogance is when does confidence turn into arrogance? But that's the thing too about like narcissists. Um,
That's a good one. When does confidence turn into arrogance?
well, I don't believe confidence can turn into arrogance because um, confidence is knowing. Arrogance is, I don't want to use the term believing, but thinking. Like that's somebody like with big muscles trying to fight somebody who trained to fight. They arrogant. Like think about it. This person been training for 10, 15 years. The only thing you've been doing is lifting weight. So you think because you're strong, you can take a trained fighter. But the trained fighter will look and understand, like, oh yeah, I'll take you on because I've been training for X amount of years. You know, you haven't. So I know how to break you down.
Right.
That's the difference. You know, both of them willing to fight, but who's confident and who's arrogant? You know, confidence is knowing. You know because you do. So I don't even think they compare. I mean, for me, it's easy to spot because if a person can't make what they say practical, then you, what is that? You trying to convince me something is right or real or true, but you can't put into practical use. You can't tell me the Bible if you don't live by it.
Mm.
You know, you can't tell me what it is to be a melanated man in America if you're not a melanated man in America. You can't make me believe it. I don't care how many books you read, how many people you talk to, because everybody's experience gonna be different, but we're gonna have similarity. But it's just that understanding of how the world looks at it. There's no other race like that. Now everybody got their stereotypes attached, but not like ours. They're not like us.
They not like us. They not like us.
Right?
They not like us. They not like us. 69.
Mm. Rollo in the building. What up, though,
Appreciate
Rollo?
God. 69.
They not
They
like
not
us.
like us. They not like us. Let me stop.
Arrogance is, I think, yeah, arrogance is assuming, in others' words. I would say, um, not really assuming, but yeah, I mean, I guess you have to equate, um, yeah, I guess you'll have to equate arrogance will be like assuming words, right? Um, but is more of the action, right? Because we all think things, right? But it's what you move forward on. And even so, like, would you consider this arrogance, right? Like, so if I'm gonna use you for example, Tay, right?
Me?
If you
Okay.
said something, right, and I took offense to it, and then I lashed out on you, and then you like, man, what the hell? This is what I meant, and then I apologize.
To me, that's not arrogance.
That'd be more triggered, you know. So that's why I say it's how, I mean, like when it comes to like looking at these
You know,
concepts, you have to kind of look how everything plays out, right? Because how the story starts is not always how it ends, and we all in the process of learning. So if I'm not, if I come from a different environment, right? We use different slang in Detroit than y'all do in Texas. So something you say in Texas or something we say up here that's normal, it might, like we say boy a lot up here, right? But down south, you start saying boy, like if a white
hell
person say,
nah. We look at
you
you
see what
crazy like, who the
you see
fuck
what
you
I'm saying?
talking
You
to?
see what I'm saying? But we say that all the time up in the D. Boy is like, you know, that's my boy. What up, boy? We do that. But down south, it is something different. So you would take offense. But then if I explain it and then you have empathy towards me, like, okay, this is where he from and this is what they do. He didn't know, he's not accustomed to what is done around me. So, okay, I can let that pass. Now we have a mutual understanding and we can move forward. That's how I look at it. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. We all different, got different experience. The way I handle stuff, people don't agree with. Some people think I should be more aggressive. My own family, my own mama. My mama like, no, why you so chill and laid back? My wife be like, man, cut that motherfucker head off. I be like, man, I ain't about to do all that.
I be
So
like that too sometimes.
but they don't even agree because I ain't trying to put myself in no type of position where I can't handle my duties and responsibility as a father and a husband. That comes first. So even pride, I will put pride to the side to fulfill my duties as a husband and father. That's just who I am, right? And if a person like it's some people like men need to be like this, I don't feel like that. To me, that's weird, right? Like need to be all aggressive like that manosphere and that shit weird to me, man. But that's what they need to do
Very
to
weird.
survive. That's what they need to do to survive. But when it's not tangible though. So like that's why I speak on things that's not tangible. It's some things that's right and some things are wrong. Right. So even though, we may do the different things to thrive and survive, they're still right and wrong. Right. You taking from someone else because you don't have, that's wrong. You hurting other people because um you just feel like it or they got something you need, that's wrong because putting material higher than life, like the value of material higher than the value of life, why, how does that make sense?
It don't.
So I mean some things are right, some things are wrong, but even like interacting with one another, like I said, is like really, that's why I say I observe people, right? Because that's the only true way you can understand a person's intentions if you understand why a person does something. And the only way you can do that is to ask questions or watch.
But then you said right or wrong, right? And I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick. You said
Mhm.
right or wrong, but okay, so what happened? Another person see right as wrong is different because everybody have different perspectives and what they feel like is right or wrong.
And that's what it's gonna be. That's what it is. That's life. That's life. That's life.
Okay.
So I mean that's exactly what I'm saying. It's gonna be different. That's why I don't think you was there when I was saying why is justice blind? Like, why does the representation of justice for America, why is it blind? What is the symbolic meaning behind that? That's because justice looks different to everyone. So if you got one thing representing justice, it has to be blind. It can't see because it's going to be different for every individual.
Right. And they might feel like I'm right.
hmm That's what I'm saying. So, like, even when we talk about like narcissism, that's why like narcissist, like people say it like it's bad, and it's really not. It's just a personality. It just exists. It's not something bad because some narcissists. I mean, I guess we point out all the bad aspects of narcissism, um,
It's
because how they affect other people. But think about what they do, how it affects them. If you when you talk about self preservation, that's literally nature. This is what I'm saying. You can almost equate narcissism into nature because a lion is not going to care because it's going to go after the most vulnerable gazelle. It's not going to go after the strongest, fastest one. It's going to go after the one it can catch so it can feed its family. So is that right or wrong?
I mean, it's not wrong. I don't see nothing wrong.
So even like in humans, right? If a person can take advantage of somebody else, they go do it. If that's how they know how to thrive and survive, that's what they go do to thrive and survive. You know, this is why it's important to be
I
able to
mean, it's
identify.
God. I don't see that as right.
I'm not
Especially
saying
if
it's
it's
right.
like if you taking advantage, just because you can get over on somebody don't mean you should.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it exists. That's just reality.
Yeah, it
Like
does
the
exist.
strong will always thrive on the weak. That's just how nature
Yeah.
is. You know,
I
like
mean, they
the
thrive. The government thrives off us.
that's just what it is. So and it trickles down. You know, that's just how it is. So you have this is why it's important to put yourself around people who think like you because you don't think like that. So being amongst people who don't think like that, you go get a different result. You see what I'm saying? Just understanding these things exist. It's narcissist, like the covert narcissist, right? Um, they passive. You know, they tendencies will always come out. Behavior will always come out because that's who they are. So you go always have an interaction, and you go see narcissistic tendencies displayed. But normally, they ain't gonna go after people who, or they ain't go. Narcissists aren't especially like a covert narcissist. Those people just want validation, but they passive. So they not aggressive like the grandioso. They just want validation. They just want love. They just want to feel valued. You know, those people, they might lie, fluff themselves up. They might spaz out every now and then, but I don't think them bad people. I got a couple covert narcissists that's like cool. One of them, I'm not even gonna say that because, yeah, they listen to it. But
I
yeah,
don't
like
think narcissists are bad, but for me, it used to see now I kind of got a little better, but it aggravates me a little bit because me, for one, I don't like people to make me think like I'm crazy. Like I'm telling you
yeah,
something and then you acting like it ain't what it is. I don't like people to make me feel like I'm crazy. I hate that. And then two, I hate people that can't apologize. Like you know you wrong, but you come up with an excuse of why you did what you did. And it doesn't matter why you did what you did. Just say, you know what, you right. Like what does it take to say, you know what, you right. I should have did that. I didn't think about that. Next time I'm gonna do da 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 da. That aggravates me with people because hell, I don't like to apologize, but because I want to feel like I'm right all the time. But I F up too. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not right all the time.
right.
So I had to come back and apologize to people. I just don't like that.
And Rollo, you're right. That's part of the grandioso experience with the narcissist. You know, they feel like they're important. I had a whole. I don't think I got it on here. I think I deleted it, but I had a
Why I
whole
keep that on there?
thing. But y'all check out that show on my community wall. But um, yeah, but
That's the
it's
worst. Having
what
somebody
the
make you feel like you crazy. What?
that's gaslighting. I
I
was
don't
just
like
saying that
that.
too. That's a but see, you got to be careful because Machiavellianism used that a lot too. Well, gaslighting is a tool of many practitioners. Many practitioners. Machiavellianism. Psychopaths don't usually gaslight. Sociopaths will, but not psychopaths.
What psychopaths do?
They just like
Crazy.
you're like they got what they call the God complex. They just never. It's not even. They don't care if they right or wrong. It just they do what they want.
It's my way.
Yeah,
I
with
don't care
no.
about your way.
It's not like even thinking about another person's way
I know
doesn't
somebody who's a
exist.
psychopath then.
Is people who I mean, yeah. But see, they can be a sociopath too because it can be like the difference between psychopath and sociopath is one is born and the other one is created, right? Meaning the environmental conditions made this person's personality change into what it is, right? So they believe psychopaths can be treated. Sociopaths can be treated, but psychopaths are just naturally genetic engineered the way they are.
Would a psychopath be somebody that like, hey, you ever met somebody like they feel like the world revolves around them and everything, and it's just like everything about me, and
They don't feel like that. They know that it's not even a
well,
feeling.
yeah,
That's why I say it's
and
the
don't
God
have
complex.
consideration for others
There's no
whatsoever, don't care
empathy,
what, no empathy, don't care what people think.
and
That's a
psychopaths
psychopath.
don't. They don't.
I
They're
know
not
one.
generally in tune with any emotions. Like those are people who are emotionless. I call them soulless. Like they have no connection with the internal. It's
Mm.
all thought. Everything over. So it makes sense. They function out their ID, that part of the ego, the
But it
instinctive
don't make sense.
desires.
It makes sense to who? Them?
Yeah, it's not
Because to the
even.
normal person, it don't make sense.
Why would? Why would? Yeah, they show no empathy. They have no empathy. I don't think psychopaths can display empathy. It's three people right now chatting in a chat, and it's showing one person in the.
Oh, for real?
Rallo Commander and Realist is typing in the chat right now, and it's showing one.
That thing messed up.
And I'm in the chat on my phone.
I'm about to go make
Wow.
me some tea, but I'm gonna cut my camera off real quick. I'll turn it back on once I finish making my tea. But I'm
Okay.
still here listening.
All right. I'm gonna rap about like some ways we can deal with, how do you deal with the covert narcissist? Like I said, like these people are, for me, to me, these people ain't a threat because, like I said, they have more of a beta personality than an alpha personality. So these people ain't uber aggressive. They can be aggressive, but they ain't uber aggressive. Um, they usually play the victim. So, I mean, there's a difference in stroking a grandioso ego and stroking a covert ego, you know. Just making a person feel valued and important. And sometimes I think like covert narcissists, this is not, no medical information or nothing like that. This is just my personal opinion. I just feel like covert narcissists, you can actually help them develop confidence and self-esteem. And when they do that, I feel like a lot of times that leaves them. I had two friends like growing up, they were covert narcissists, but now they not. They confident, they got high self-esteem. So, they changed. I think the grandioso narcissist is the one who is like hot-headed and hard-headed, but and it's probably because of the personality, like the beta and the alpha, because the beta is more to follow. So if you got a narcissist willing to follow, then they can change because they will be following. They can learn and develop because they have a following personality. But the alpha is the leader, so that person is not gonna be open. So that's why I say, narcissist is a personality trait. All of us have narcissistic tendencies. We all can be triggered and do things that's not in our normal behavior. We can all have a bad day and snap. People can say, "Oh, I never do that, man." It hit you at the wrong day, the wrong time. Something major and just happened to you in your life. You just took a big loss, and somebody come do something stupid. You probably knock their head off. You know, I mean, about family, I'm definitely. They believe they are a beacon of light. Yeah, And see, that's I wouldn't. And see, it's a difference. Even like when you say a beacon of light, right? Is they're more or less trying to portray. I wouldn't say they believe they are. They want to be. It's more of a acting, trying to convince people they're a beacon of light, and just instead of just being it. Light is light. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, but I definitely dig what you said. But I would, just to add to what you're saying, I would say they that's what they desire to be. That's what because they want attention, they want admiration. That's what they want. They desire that. They need that. So like when you say like a beacon of light, there's some things or people we attracted to because they are light, you know. But it's some people who want that same thing and it's not natural to them, so they force it or they try to recreate it or convince people that they are versus just being, that light. Oh yeah, my wife know all my triggers. I believe you should. I mean, that's setting boundaries. That's a way to set boundaries is to acknowledge your triggers and tell other like the people you dealing with like, hey, this triggers me, or I don't like this, I don't like that. That's setting boundaries. So now the person is aware. So if a person crossed that boundary, like, hold on, bro, you knew about that. So that was intentional. Now I know, the motive behind the action. So we can, as the realist would say, we can act accordingly, you know? So yeah, I definitely rock with that, especially in
I
a
was just about to
relationship.
ask you, what happened if somebody with them they married a narcissist?
Oh, mm, 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 mm.
Then what? How do you?
It depends what they are, because,
What type of
um,
narcissist they are?
because a narcissist will fit perfectly with a beta. A narcissist will fit perfectly with a beta. The problems you have with narcissists a lot of times this the funny. I ain't trying to be funny. Like two narcissists can't be really next to each other. You see what I'm saying? Two alphas can't be next to each other unless they find some way to coexist.
And a beta is who?
A beta is more like a follower.
Right, but
So if you got a submissive person with a narcissist, that'd be a perfect match. They just want to follow anyway. So that'd be cool for them.
would it really be okay? Well, I'm just saying, would it really be cool? Because as long as they don't switch up at some point and be like, I no longer I want to have an opinion on my life. Like I want to,
And and
right?
it depends it depends on both people. You know what I'm saying? It depends on both people, but um, a beta and the alpha usually can coexist. Because one lead and one follows. So just the basic concept. But its circumstances and situations go always be different. So like you said, I believe like personality traits. I believe they're interchangeable.
Right.
People,
Because I remember
so
at one point I probably could have been a beta.
yeah, I mean I can believe that because it's just sometimes people conform to their environment or to a situation or to a circumstance, but then when they come out of it, they can transform. At any time you can embody. This is just personality. Personality equates to behavior. Behavior can be changed. So I mean, um, like you can even if you're a narcissist, you can identify it and change. So I mean, all this is not like people set things in stone, and I don't see how, because life evolves, so you can evolve. So you can start off one way and become something else. You like people are so enamored with this I am a human with a soul versus I'm a soul that having a human experience. So if you're much more than what your outer is, then you can chisel and develop into whatever. You have unlimited potential. Everyone does. If you see something is possible. That's just how life is. If it exists, that means you can obtain it. You may have to work sometimes harder, sometimes less. That's just life. I mean, it just it's all up to the individual. Yeah, behavior definitely can be transferred. That's why someone speak. Okay, yeah, communication can get a lot done if they have an enemy in common. Maybe they can exist. Yeah, the kids might be who they take it out on. No, that could be. I mean, you see that. You see couples, abuse their children. You know, um, and the common enemy can be society. That's how cults are formed. And brothers, right? So that as I was typing it, hate bonding and shit. Yeah,
So
yeah. A
what
lot of
happened? I'm evil sometimes. What happened if you want to beat a narcissist at their game? Do you act like them?
you said what?
What happened if you want to beat a narcissist at their game? Do you act like them? You mirror them or what?
I don't think you can. I mean, I don't know. I've never mirrored I always beat narcissists at the game. It's easy
How? What do you
because
do?
they don't have self confidence. So just showing them a mirror, making them prove what they say. Show me.
Mm.
I mean, but you have to have the confidence. You have to have self esteem. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to match or
Mm-hmm.
overcome whatever they do. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, in certain fields, like if I see a narcissist into something that I'm not into, then I don't fuck with them because I can't. I can call them out, but I mean that is not even that can work for them or against them. So it's like what Willis was saying earlier, where does confidence and where does arrogance begin? Like if I know a person has, I would never fight a losing war. I wouldn't. If I know I can't win, I'm not battling. Why? Why fight a battle you won't win? I mean, people perceive that differently too, but I'm just using logic. It's gonna be a lot of battles in life. So why fight ones that you're not equipped to fight? That's the S word. You go lose. Why take a loss if you don't have to? Life, you get one opportunity at this existence. Even if you want to talk about reincarnation, that's a different existence. At this existence that you have right now, you have one opportunity. So you need to maximize it. The older I get, the more I understand that because I've seen people lose their life at a young age. I'm still here. Narcissist goes with vindictive to me, unwilling to forgive. Then you fall into bitterness. I mean, unwilling to forgive, you fall into bitterness. And then that's a whole different, that's a whole different diagnosis. Now we're talking about post-traumatic embitterment disorder. That's a real thing, like PTSD. Post-traumatic embitterment disorder is a real thing. So unwilling to let things go, you start ruminating in those emotions and feelings. And just like if you leave fruit out at a ferment, that's how them emotions and feelings, and you become bitter, just like that fruit that you leave out.
Man, Kendrick say LPS PTSD. Go bomb.
In other words, yeah, narcissist goes, yeah, I read that. Shade Tube, what up, though? Yeah, StreamYard got me looking bold tonight, y'all. Mentexo in the building. Mentexo! I didn't even see Mentexo creep in here. Hold on, where's Mentexo? Oh, what just happened? Oh, they just put me on YouTube and it says something is unavailable. Hold on, what is that unavailable? Put that, no, that ain't. Oh, why is that unavailable? It deleted it?
I'm about to get back on camera real quick. I just had to floss and brush my teeth and stuff.
Mentexo in here? There you go. The narcissist will be the nicest person in the world. Say more nicest things. Now, see, Mentexo, you're going to have to come catch that Machiavellianism. You got to come and watch that. I'm going to do a video probably Thursday. The next time I go live, we're going to talk about Machiavellianism because a lot of times those two get combined, but you have to look at the intention, right? And there's a difference between someone wanting power over you and someone wanting something out of you, right? But what you just described is almost classic Machiavellianism. They'll butter you up just to break you down. And it's more methodical, it's more like Machiavellianism. Those people are more calculated than narcissists. Narcissists are more impulsive, right? Like that's more strategy. So that's like understanding, and y'all know who what's his first name? I want to say Neely, but it's not. Giovanni Machiavelli. He was an actual person, and he wrote he wrote literature, and he wrote like his book was probably like the very first 48 Laws of Power. His book was a book of mass manipulation. It's like a Bible. Like that was boy. And a lot of those tactics are used today. That's how, a lot of his tactics are how people keep control over the world. How the 1% keep control over the 99. So, yeah, they compared that to the demon Bible.
What's the demon Bible?
Like Satan's Bible.
What
Anti
is?
said, "What up, 9
What's good? I had spoke to her way early, like an hour ago. But I know she working.
Yeah, she get that motor running. Baby girl be working. Work. No twerking at working. Oh, never mind. That's Granny. Granny be twerking while she working. But yeah, man, thanks. So they was loving the beat, bro. I appreciate you. I got you, bro. I got you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Mentex. So he's the author of that beat. I'm about to put it in the intro. I'm making the visuals for it now. But yeah,
So to
so
be the narcissist at that game,
the
you
simplest way, like I said, first you have to identify what kind of narcissist you're dealing with. Because like I said, dealing with a grandioso narcissist, you go deal with them differently than you would a covert
will
narcissist.
break it down so we can know.
So with
If
the
I run into any narcissist, I know how to beat them at their own game.
so the like I said, you have to have the self confidence. You have to have um, the self esteem, right? Because narcissists they don't have it. So all you do is strip them from it, make them prove, make them show. A lot of narcissists, like I said, they usually prey on people weaker, prey on people lesser. Some of them have testicles and may want to challenge, but they usually do things in a safe way. They they naturally do things in a safe way. So it's just showing them up, exposing them, putting a mirror in their face. That's how you deal with the grandiose. I mean, you deal with the covert one like that too, but it's levels to it. Like the covert, you won't really need to put pressure on.
You won't.
No, because the covert narcissists, they more passive. So once they see someone is more established or um, they have like undeniable confidence, they won't even challenge them. Not no covert.
Dang, I gotta start remembering definitions and stuff.
Hey, that's just the more passive. That's more the narcissist to play victim. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
So
them easy.
once they
So
see the confidence, or you don't think once they see the confidence and you say something, they'll start playing the victim, making excuses.
yeah, and that's why I say expose it. Just expose them. It's easy. Show me that you're a victim. Just like you like show me you a badass. Show me that.
Okay.
That's like on here, right?
But what happened if they say, well, all my life, this and that? Like, how can you make somebody prove something that, they claiming that, this and this happened to them?
Okay, you're aware of it. What are you doing about it? You're an adult. Look, we all been through shit, right? This is just the reality. But when we become an adult, then it's our responsibility to fix that shit. That's just what it is. Me personally, I don't have empathy for people like that.
I
And
don't
that might,
either.
I'm just saying I don't because my life was fucked up. But guess what? I did the work. So I understand. I don't judge them, but I just don't have empathy for them. Because if I did it, you can do it. Circumstances, situations are different, but it's help. Like people don't want to go to therapy. Okay, that's your fault. You grown. You ain't no kill what people go think about me. Who the fuck cares if it's making you better? Fuck what people think.
Right.
How does that make sense? You got kids. I got kids, right? I couldn't be what I was 15 years ago with kids. I wouldn't be responsible. Now I done brought these kids into the world and I'm not taking care of them because I'm fucked up. That's on me. I had to fix myself. I asked for help. No one helped me. I asked for it. No one helped me. So I did it myself. So I
So,
mean, I mean, I don't have empathy, but I understand. Everyone has their own time, their own process. But just do that shit over there because I'm doing something over here. I don't have time to um,
to
feel
wallow.
empathetic for something that you know you need to do. No,
and you cause your own bed or
Mm-hmm.
BS, so you lay in it. Like, okay, so then what about people who don't want to own? And I know you probably keep going over the. I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but who don't? Well, I guess that would be considered. I think you already told me who don't own up to they shit. Who don't take
Yeah.
responsibility for
Well, people
things.
like what would I classify them as?
Yeah,
I mean that can fall under different categories, because that
right,
can be it's the intention. Like, why do they do it? Because like I said, that can be it can be something like when you think of a trigger, right? Somebody can have a trigger and constantly get triggered, and it looks like a behavior, but is a stimulant that you may not be aware of, right? So that's like if a woman got, SA, right? And it's something with a man talking loud to her that triggers her. So every time now a man gets loud with her, she's triggered and she gets aggressive and fight. And you might think like, damn, this woman can't talk to men. But no, she's constantly getting triggered.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's why I said I don't if you identify, there's no point. I don't judge. I try to identify things. So even if I see that, I know how to interact with her. Just don't get loud with her.
Hmm.
It's like it's certain things about everyone. You, anti commander, real. It's certain things I observe with y'all, and I would never do. And I don't. Some of the things I don't even know if y'all know is triggers, but I see it, so I don't do it because my intention is not malicious. Like I'm not trying to trigger y'all. So once I identified it, I just don't do it. But that's just who you are. That's just where you at right now. I have triggers. But if I have no malicious intent in our interaction, guess what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna trigger you. Especially if I have knowledge of it. Or if I observed it or see it, even if I think it. Like, oh, I think that might be, even if it's not 100% a trigger, it's the intention. You see the intention? Like I won't do that because I think you'll go off. So I just stay away from that.
Is there a mental disorder for people to feel like to blame everything that go wrong? Okay, so like, when adversity comes in life, right? You got some people who try to seek solutions, and then you got some people who will sit and wallow in whatever it is, and they just seem to can't never get out of their situation. Like it's like woe me this and that. Is it? Do you feel like this person maybe literally can't get out of what they're going through, or do you feel like it's some that okay, wait. Do you feel like it's some that literally can't get out, like they just can't in their mind? Where you go?
Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. I think my Wi-Fi is updating or something.
Oh, okay. This is what I'm trying to say, cause y'all know sometimes I be confused. But do you feel like is it people out there that literally don't know how that sit and wallow and don't know how to find solutions, or is it that they just want to be stuck? Does that make sense?
I think both. Hold on, I'm about to come back on.
Oh, both. 'Cause I just be trying to figure out, like, bro, like, listen, I am not the best at, I got my own shit going on, but I just personally feel like, listen, I have adversity come in my life. You can't ignore adversity. There's just something you can't do. But for me, I'll give myself some time to feel a certain way about something. I will do that. Like when I'm feeling effed up about something, I'll be like, dang man, I should have did this, I should have did that, or dang, I hate, this happened, whatever. I sit in it and I think about it. I will do that. But now I can't sit in that for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. See, now I gotta do something. You feel me? I gotta find a solution to my problem. I can't
Hmm.
be saying woe is me for 4 months. Bruh, nah. I can't do it.
Rachel, you late. I've been cammed up for like what 3 or 4 days, couple days now. Yeah, a couple days. I've been cammed up. It might be the environment with some of those people. Yeah, and see that's what I say because is circumstances. I always tell people like you have to think of circumstance, any situation, right? We can both go through the same thing and have the same outcome, but because of different circumstances and situations, we feel differently about it. We think differently about it. You know what I'm saying?
What
Um,
do you mean different circumstances?
like okay, say if like for I'm gonna use that example. When you say when people like some people, is it that people don't know how to get out of a rut or people don't want to get out of a rut, right?
right?
So you have some people, maybe their whole life no one was there to guide them or nurture them, and they always experience bad things, and the only thing they can do is endure it, like go
I
through it,
figured that's what you were
you
saying.
know. And then
Okay.
you got some people who know how, they just don't want to do it. There's some people
Right.
who just don't want responsibilities in life. You know,
Right.
I didn't understand that. That never, you know what made me realize that? I was talking to a bum who wanted to be a bum. He was laughing at me because I was paying taxes, because I was going to work every day. He was laughing at me.
Right.
And he said he lived free.
And
He had
I,
no
I
worries. He said I don't even worry about eating because people feel bad and feed me. I don't have to worry about anything.
and there's
I'm
people
like,
out
what
there
the
who rather live homeless than,
mm-hmm.
that's true. I mean,
Alfred,
you
what
said
up
today
though?
you got people sitting on the corner, they be in the hot sun begging for money. I'm like, why don't you just get a job?
They don't want to because they
And
know
that
people
ain't
will
and
give it to
that's
them.
not trying to like be mean or nothing like that. Like I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but I just be like, you sit there with a sign on the corner and I see you for 8 hours or more a day. Do you know you could have got you some money? But is it they just don't want to work.
They just don't want to work. They don't want the responsibility to work. They straight. They don't need to do nothing. People will take care of them. It's people. I mean, think about people who welfare. The welfare program was more like a stopgap, right? To help people get back on their feet. It wasn't to take care of people. People live off of welfare now. They always have, but I'm just saying, like people make welfare a way of life, not using it to get where they need to be. You know, it was supposed to be a stopgap, something to hold you over until you go to school, until you get the good job, until you create the bit, whatever, path you took to get on your feet and establish yourself. That's what welfare was for, was to help, uh, the single mothers until, whatever, but people live off of it now.
Hmm. True. I agree.
Because remember, welfare wasn't created for black people. That shit was created. That shit wasn't created for black people.
Who was it created for?
It was created for the single white women.
To help them?
Yeah,
Well, ain't that the group of people that's really on it?
If you look at statistics, there's more white people on welfare than black people. So,
Right.
I mean, and then I would say it's probably, man, I ain't even have to get into that conversation.
Let's go.
We'll have to bring paperwork. Hey, y'all, man, y'all gotta, I don't know what we gonna do. We gotta get over the Rumble. Cause I can talk some shit over there. But everybody ain't got the Rumble app. Y'all don't want to Rumble with me? Hey, we need to go Rumble one day. Can I get 10 people in the chat and Rumble one day? And we monetized over there, so y'all can show
Come
your.
on, cause I like talking about stuff like this.
Yeah, we gonna pick a day where we just go in.
So y'all need to come on, people.
We gonna ask the word. You can ask me anything I know. I don't know everything. I just know some things. But anything I know, I will talk my shit on.
But if we go to Rumble, y'all, we need some good questions, like really good questions, like questions you can't typically ask on YouTube. We want to talk like that. We need some deep questions. Don't come over there with nothing basic.
No basic B's or Q's on Rumble.
No,
Couldn't even
at
think of a
all.
word to use, a B word to use to like say like question or um. It just sounded good. No basic B.
Commander say single white women. Where you read that at?
The construction of the if you look at it's two things you got to look at. First, you got to look at the time
Yeah,
period it
white
was
women single
created.
too.
Yeah, you and they were single because of the war. A lot of a
But
lot of
shoot, they
people.
baby mamas too. Don't get it twisted. They
Yeah,
baby mamas too.
but that program was developed because a lot of men went to war, the women went to work, and then when the men came back, they went to work. But some of the women were now jobless and husbandless, right? So they had to do something to take care of those women because they basically took care of the country when the man was away. So they developed that program.
Oh, okay. And now
It's
she
a
like,
difference
well,
between like they try to equate the welfare program to the Black Panther Party, but that the WIC program is what the Black Panther Party developed for black people. It wasn't a welfare program. They try to like hit like when people they mix the two um they mix the two I ain't gonna say ideologies, but I guess circumstances. That's how they try to push welfare onto black people, but it was never welfare. It was the WIC program that was developed for black people by black people. And when they disbanded the um, Black Panther Party, the government picked up the WIC program
mm.
and made it available for everybody. It was some couple years afterwards, but basically that's what they still
So the Black
call it.
Panther was really like distributing. They were like,
Oh man, they
helping
had food banks and
women.
everything.
They
Yeah,
had what?
they had food banks and everything. They was educators and providers.
Oh wow. Shit, I just
Oh, there
learned.
was some that there
I learned
was
something
some.
tonight. I ain't know that, y'all.
Yeah, they had. They was trying to develop their own hospitals. That's why they took out uh, that movie Judas and the Black Messiah. Fred Hampton. That's why they took Fred Hampton out. He was trying to develop a hospital system for the Black Panther Party, and he was uniting Mexicans and white people. He was uniting people who were oppressed under that
And they
flag.
didn't like that.
They ain't like that. Nah, as long as you just dealing with black people, you all right. But when you start uniting everybody, nah, they don't like that. That's why they came up with the whole race thing. Like now, if you wanna like that's all. Everything I said is fact. So I don't care about that. But what I am about to say now, I'm gonna have to find a way to word this, um, because you know I don't want to give off
You
false
don't want them to
information.
strike your channel.
Yeah, because I got to get a couple hours back before I can apply for my monetization. Because I deleted a ton of videos that had a lot of watch time on them. But
So he really can't go in like that.
no, I can't go in like that. But I can say it like this: from my opinion is when they developed the terms black and white, that was to separate because it was a portion before slavery ended, a portion of time before slavery ended, where people who were oppressed banded together, and they had to do something to separate that. So that's when they developed white and black. If you talk to people overseas, they don't call themselves white and black. Well, black people are still black, but the white people don't call themselves. They identify with the continent, country, state that they reside in. We don't. Even white people here call themselves white, call themselves Caucasian when they
Yep.
just American, right? We all in America. If you was born in America, you American,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But you know, that's that all that was done for a reason, in my opinion. Just
So
my
you
opinion,
can't claim.
YouTube.
So you can't claim nothing.
Mm.
What you laughing at?
They militarized this was where Black Wall Street fell. Hold on. My favorite type of questions are uncomfortable, so I sound different to different people. I don't think a question can be uncomfortable unless it's like personal and private. But other than that, I don't think it can.
The honey
Okay,
boo
the wealthy
boos.
who's stubble. My bad. I know I said
Well,
what up to
Carol.
my sister Shay. What up, sister? Allegedly, in my opinion,
Hey,
basically,
Shay.
regardless. Lonnie Boo Boo.
Commander, be quiet. Allegedly.
Go look when it was created and the events after. Yeah, 1935. So you feel what I'm saying, Rollo? Like this is what I'm saying. Like when I be having these man, do you
When
know how
was it
many?
1935 when they decide when they did that?
Oh, let me look.
That was
Let me
kind
look.
1935. That was kind of around the time when they took the gold dollar, the gold, and turned it into dollar bills, right?
Oh, why do I keep doing that? Mm-hmm.
I think that's around the time too. I think it might have been like
Mm-hmm.
1937. I could be off. I'm not sure, but
When was the Great Depression?
excuse me.
When
What did he say?
was the Great Depression?
Shoot, it was in the 30s, wasn't it? 20s, and then that's
What
when they
happened?
decided in the 30s.
What happened to stimulate the economy? Oh my God!
Yeah, they had to stimulate the economy. What you laughing at?
Because I ain't talked this talk in a while.
Oh,
I'm trying to get me on my Black Panther shit.
you are. So how much funding is in the cash welfare now? I don't know. A good question. Good question. See, can I get some of that? Oh, I thought you was off of here.
Mm-mm.
What up, Riaz? What he do? What you looking up the Great Depression?
Yeah.
When was it? In the 20s, late 20s or early 30s?
29.
Yeah, 29. And then in the 30s, that's when they came out with the currency. They switched the currency. Hey Didi, I'm sorry I didn't speak to you, Didi.
Need a drink. But yeah, so yeah, we gonna go on Rumble and talk that talk. But I hate when my hobby never mind.
Talk that
But
talk on Rumble.
mm-hmm, talk that talk.
Talk that talk.
But
We're
yeah,
gonna be
this
like, they not like us. They not like us.
I'm I'm gonna go make a drop with that in it. I think I can use that song on YouTube. I think he pulled all the
Yeah,
copyrights
you
from it.
can.
Yeah, I think he pulled all the
Damn, I should
copyrights from
use that. They not like us. Man, that
it.
thing dope. And then everybody be doing a little crip walk and stuff. I be like, I be cracking. Oh, they be
Oh
dropping
shit.
down to the ground, picking back up, moving their feet left and right.
Hey man, he did his thing on that track, man. He did his thing. He made a that's a classic, man. That's like all eyes on me, man.
I know
And
this
this
off topic, right? But the Diddy situation. This is what I want to ask you. There's more.
oh yeah, yeah,
There's more, right?
yeah.
Like for somebody to hold on to that take 10 years and then wait to drop it, like Diddy must have something on somebody.
Man, look, that's the game. You know, did he only in position because
Did he
people allowed him?
recorded somebody or something?
Huh?
Did he
Everybody got
recorded
something on
somebody?
everybody. You ain't hear what Cat Williams said? Cat Williams got shit on everybody. Cat Williams knows things on everybody.
Right.
That's why he said they don't fuck with him. You think he the only person? No. The people who like you gotta think about it like this. Like all these weird stories you used to hear. I forgot what rapper it was, but the one dude who was like, um, who told the story about going to get the record deal and then they slipped something in his drink. Well, he was talking about how people get record deals. He said you go get a record deal, they end up putting something in your drink, and then the next thing you know, you coming back. You go to a party, you know, you wake up the next day, you go back to the office and they got this deal signed, and you like, no, I ain't signing that. That's a slave deal. Then they show you this video when you was at the party, passed out. These dudes just, you know, dudes ramming you.
Rhyme is just shacking you.
Yeah, and what you go do? You go sign that contract because you don't want that video leaked.
I don't
Like
know.
people
Me,
was
I'll
telling
be like, put
stories
that
like
bitch
that,
out. I
and
know me because
then
I don't like being blackmailed. Like I just have to deal with it. But
I
I'm not.
appreciate you, Shay.
I'm
Yeah, I'll
not.
be over there. I'll be over there. I'll be in the bushes. I was in the bushes last night. I'll be in the bed. Be listening though, sis. I'm in there. I'm gonna start typing in the chat. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
they get stuff like that on people, man. I mean,
that's wild.
you know,
I'm
these
just
man.
like, I'm just like, dang. He drug it. He admitted it. He admitted the tape was that was him. He admitted that. It's just like I'm just thinking, what else they got? Cause it's more people gonna start release. Just go ahead and release everything. But they not. They're gonna do it little by little, huh?
Hey, Alfred, that's facts right there. He said it's a play action. He said watch where the ball go. Don't worry about the players. Look where the ball go. That's definitely a fact. Why can't I highlight this?
Oh yeah.
Willis, you ain't know Shay go live? Yeah, Shay go live. She be live almost every night.
I don't be in there every night, but I do be in there. But I'm like, word, I don't type Shay in the chat.
I be listening
I
a
just be
lot because
listening.
people, yeah, because like people, like she be talking about like, she talk a lot about current events and I don't know about it, so I just be listening. Like when I go into that like listen learning mode, I just listen and learn. But if like she be talking about stuff I'm familiar with, I always type. But when I just don't know, I just be listening.
Mm,
Just Monday through Friday. Okay.
that's dope.
Monday through Friday, y'all check Shay Tube out.
I'm gonna try to come back, y'all, on my channel. I don't know.
She don't want to come back.
I really don't. So where's the
Even in a
ball going,
recession, yeah.
Alfred? What we supposed to be watching? So they supposed to be taking
Well,
down somebody bigger than Diddy.
I mean, who gonna fall? If Diddy, man, look, I don't even want to say that on here. But if he get arrested, man,
Put it in
it's
the
go.
chat. I'm nosy.
If he get, man,
If he get
um,
arrested, what? He can't get arrested because it was 10 years ago. But a lot of this stuff is statute limited, so he can't get arrested. But couldn't they do something else so he can do to get arrested?
oh yeah,
Because it's because of the
they.
limitations. It's cold in here, man.
Well, the last word is jail. I missed the L.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. You might be right.
Ain't no way in hell he go, man.
He looked fat.
Man, ain't no look. Nothing might not happen to him.
He get poisoned.
This ain't 20 years ago. This was 20, man. Yeah. Social media fucked the game up. They thought they was
I'm
gonna
like,
use
who
this
would
to
keep the tape that long and
look,
then
I'm gonna
put it
say,
out? They was waiting.
it can be somebody close to him. It could be somebody who's at the hotel who knew it was wrong, who was paid off and just kept it. Like, you know what? Um,
Right.
all this stuff coming out now. Let me just, here you go, CNN.
Give me my money. Here
Yeah.
you go. He didn't make double off the tape. He got his little cut from Diddy and then turned around and sold it again 10 years later.
Uh, well, it probably wasn't even like that. I mean, to get that tape from the hotel, to suppress that tape from the hotel, you have to, when multiple people seen it, you have to talk to somebody who in charge, like the owner. I mean, even head of security. I mean, if people tell the owner and the owner ain't down for it, that ain't gonna fly. So you have to talk to somebody who has some authority or some power to get that gone. You know, there's too
So
many
what you
people
think he
seeing it.
did? He didn't talk to the owner?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm saying like somebody, like one of the security people, probably recorded it and kept it.
Oh.
But somebody with that much influence and power,
Somebody had a duplicate
it,
or somebody already
it
had another copy of it.
can you like somebody like think about this, right? You somebody with that much influence and power and money, they can go find somebody on the corner. Like, look, I'll give you $20,000 if you go knock on this door and tell them Diddy sent you, and if you say anything, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to a regular ass person, you know, and I mean, you,
20,000? What? They're looking like
I
shit. I'll
seen
do whatever
people,
you say.
I seen people do stuff like that,
Yeah.
and there wasn't no Diddy. It was somebody in the hood that paid this dude 5,000 to go send a message to somebody, and he did it. So imagine somebody with Diddy's
It's not
influence
life
and power.
changing money, but shit, it's money.
You find the right person, it is, or at least they think it is. Especially, you know, man. That's
20K
what I'm
ain't even
saying.
hold me for 6 months. 6, 7 months, maybe. Probably could do a year.
And you know what? I love that term distract because people use it so many different ways. But to take our attention, not even off of what they're doing or what they're actually doing, but I look at more as like take my attention off what I'm doing. That's the way they control you.
That's how
It's
I
by
see it
keep you
too.
stimulated. They keep you constantly stimulated, and you can't even think for yourself. You're too busy watching what happened to Diddy. Oh, what happened in this country? They done dropped some stuff over here. They done did some stuff in this country. Oh, these
Mm-hmm.
people threatening the United States, and this is happening. Everything is just happening. You ain't got no time to be like, what the fuck is happening to me? Like, I
Like to
can't,
think
you
about
know.
what about my side gig? What about my business on the side? You know what I mean? Me doing stuff like that, me writing my goals down. Like you forget about all that stuff.
And it's not even them attacking your mind. It's more your emotion if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we talk about emotions over here. I promise you, that's one of the. Once you gain control of that, ain't nobody will be able to fuck with you. Once you master your emotions, ain't nobody gonna be able to fuck with you. And people will know it too, because they try to trigger you, and once they see it ain't working, then they go get triggered.
And that's when you
Just
just
ahead of the
laugh
curve.
inside and smile.
Hmm. Like a recession is coming, the end of the world is coming. Like, bro, do you know how crazy people went in 1999? I don't know if everybody old enough to remember that. Man, we had 5 gallon garbage cans in our basement full of water. We had batteries.
Oh
We had
yeah.
we had so much. Like, boy, we was ready. Yeah, we thought the whole electric grid was gonna go out. We was going back to the Stone Age. Like that shit was wild. We had generators. We had gas. We had everything, man. My people wasn't playing. And when nothing happened, they was looking around like, we spent all this. Yeah, you spent all that money. We had 2 families in our house. People came to our house because it was more secure. Shit was crazy, man. I remember that because I was like 15, 16. I was 15 turning 16. Yeah, them solar flares. Solar flares gonna hit the earth and man, and look, you just gotta adjust and adapt. If any of that stuff happens, ain't nothing you can do about it. Even if what it like I ain't even gonna say that. Mm. 50K probably. Go knock on the door. Hey. But yeah, let me get my butt off here. This was a dope show. I appreciate everybody. Oh, so for those covert narcissists, with those people, there's a couple ways you can deal with them aggressively and passively. Like I said, they have more of a beta personality. So passively, just show them some love. Set boundaries. If you set firm boundaries with a covert narcissist, they won't, and you showing them love, they won't cross them boundaries because you're giving them what they need, you know. So sometimes people just need, act of kindness to realize, they much more than what they are. But aggressively, yeah, and then you put them in their place because they have that beta personality. Um, you you'll get pushback, but you won't get uh, a war. You get a battle, but you won't get a war. But I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, when I come back, we will talk about Machiavellianism. This is my shit, man. I love personalities, man, because just my own evolution in life, and like Alfred said, a lot of times it's due to circumstances and within environments, situations and circumstances within environments. You know, um, it's some people who grew up in the hood who didn't have bad experiences, but it's some people who grew up in the hood and did. I'm one of them people who had bad experiences. So when you in an environment and you trying to survive that environment, you will do things that you wouldn't do if you wasn't in that environment. You know, so uh, like Alfred said, and like I always say, it's the intention of a person because we all have narcissistic traits. That's just the reality. We all have triggers. If you don't, you need to teach people. um, because life, just experiencing life, it ain't gonna be all peaches and cream, and it's a process. Especially when you go through bad things or traumatic things in life, is a process. So that's how triggers are developed through trauma. So we all are. No, I don't think none of us are immune to traumatic experiences in life. Those are there to mold us. The good and the bad. That's just my understanding. We go through bad things to mold us, to learn and to grow from. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Good night, Nine. You want to say something else, Dave, before you pass out and go to sleep?
Be quiet.
I can see
Nah,
you type in the
I
chat.
was just dropping in the chat. I'm about to drop down. Thanks for having me up.
Oh, anytime, Nine. Anytime. I appreciate you coming up, rocking out with me. They not like
Right.
us. They not like us.
All right, y'all.
And all things teaching. Facts, bro. Fact. I appreciate y'all, man, rocking out. Hey, make sure y'all check the community wall, man. Make sure y'all hit the like over there. I'm trying to get my community wall popping. So, yeah, definitely check that out. I'm gonna be putting topics in there. Um, And you can put a topic in there too. Anything y'all want to talk about as far as personalities, behavior, spirituality. Y'all know what I do over here. Philosophy. I do all that. That's what I do. I don't do the other stuff, but anything that I do, yeah, I'm open to conversation, but I appreciate everybody rocking out. Y'all know what I always say, care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And if I say anything that resonated with y'all, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody to tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, we's out.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep, move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall.